up, Pit Stop crew? This is number 5 of our barbecue review. And this time we ended up in Cherokee, North Carolina, one of our favorite little places to get away.
Well, technically, we ended up in Bryson City,
Yes.
was where we stayed, but we went to Cherokee because we had to get our gamble on.
Yes.
We always loved going up there and going to the casino, so we figured while we were there, they do have a smokehouse at the casino, so we figured might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And we stumbled into the Wicked Weed Smokehouse.
Yep.
And I have a buddy named Matt. He is a big beer aficionado. So as soon as I walked in there, I texted him and said, "How's their beer?" He texted me and said, "Not really good. I hope the barbecue is better than the beer." And unfortunately, the barbecue and the beer are about on the same level. I know they have a chain of these,
Yeah.
so I don't want to judge them too hard because we haven't been to their main one yet. And I know this is at a casino run by Ceasars, and a lot of people roll through there. So there could be a lot of reasons why everything was subpar this day, but we'll kind of walk through what we had and what we thought of it. But the first, I guess the atmosphere in there is pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, it's a very cool atmosphere.
It's definitely got your brewery atmosphere, and you can definitely smell the smoke in there. Mm-hmm. So that's a good positive.
Yeah, it had a lot of the casino vibes to it, so it was a really neat atmosphere. It was very inviting. The wait staff was very nice.
Yeah, I guess it was kind of a prelude when the first thing the waitress says to us when we're ordering is, "Don't get the potato salad."
Because we were trying to do our normal selection. She was like, "I wouldn't get the potato salad."
So normally we do potato salad, baked beans, pulled pork, brisket, and ribs. But she definitely warned us and said, "Don't get the potato salad." So we didn't get it. We added coleslaw to it. Coleslaw was pretty average. Not much flavor or spice.
The coleslaw, it was very basic. There wasn't, like I like to say, it wasn't much to write home about. It was just a very basic coleslaw. It wasn't a lot of flavor. It wasn't super creamy. It wasn't super tangy. It was just basic.
Yeah, when you look forward to, like, I go back to, like, high school coleslaw. Like, if I'm looking forward to eating the high school coleslaw more than this, that's probably not a good thing. So that's kind of what I gauged it off of.
So, we did get baked beans.
Yep.
And
that actually was probably the best thing that we got there. The baked beans were actually really good. They had more of a sweet baked bean, a lot of sugar with meat in it. Yeah. So I thought they were good. They were definitely the star of the show.
Yeah, they were the better of the sides there.
I think they were to me the best thing there, like, that we had. And she had a beer that was super sour, which was probably she shouldn't have did because we don't drink a lot of beer anymore. No. And
well, it was a cider. It was a cider.
She don't really like sour stuff either, no. So that was kind of like, probably shouldn't have did that. But I had the house Chardonnay, and huge Chardonnay fan, like a lot of different ones, but their Chardonnay was pretty just.
Well, I can't have gluten, so I had to try something else. And I always get wine, but I can drink ciders. That's why I was like, okay, well, I'll try the cider. But yes, it was a very sour apple cider, and it just was not my cup of cider.
You didn't miss anything with the wine either. So.
All right, so moving on, let's talk about the meat. Pulled pork. To me, was not bad. You could taste a little bit of smoke, not a lot of flavor. Definitely needed sauce on it. It was super fatty though.
Yeah, it was tender and juicy. Had a light smoke thing going on. But when I think of North Carolina pulled pork, definitely wasn't in the top half. So it's probably just maybe below average.
Well, they didn't have a normal Eastern vinegar sauce. It was kind of a blend. It was more a little bit of, it had such an unusual flavor to it. I could not pin it out to figure out what it was, but it wasn't bad, but it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
The brisket, I don't know how else to say this. It was super dry and didn't have any flavor.
Yeah, so when your brisket kind of falls apart like canned tuna, that's kind of what I compared it to. When you're chewing it in your mouth, and it was not juicy like canned tuna is. So it didn't have that, but it kind of just fell apart and was dry like canned tuna. It did have a little bit of pepper spice in there that I caught, and some smoke, But yeah.
I mean,
Nah.
we're trying not to like harp on them too bad, but there's so many other barbecue
And
places that are much better.
We will go back before we're done doing all the ratings and poo-poo this one badly. We will go back and try their main place and see what the difference is and do a rating based off of that. Could have been a bad day, but I don't know.
They weren't super busy at that time.
Yeah, it must have been a super bad day.
Yeah. Out of the meat selection, I think the ribs was the best of the worst. They kind of had a honey barbecue sauce on them. They were tender. They did fall apart a little bit. They didn't give, like you say. They were okay.
I thought the ribs were too smoky. All the other stuff didn't have much smoke. This thing was super smoky. Don't know if it was like near the firebox on the smoker or what. We didn't get to see their smoker, so I don't know how they smoke it. It could be rotisserie, it could be whatever, but I don't know. The ribs to me were super smoky. The sauce was good and the dry rub came through, and it did have a chili powder, cumin, that Texas chili note. And yes, that's why I always refer to Texas chili. I'm talking about either chili powder or cumin flavor that kind of comes through. That's kind of a staple of Texas chili. Yeah, the ribs were probably the better of the meats, but I don't know. They were okay. They're average. We'll say average on those.
So the ironic little side to this is the best thing there we probably wouldn't have tried unless I was just trying the sauces was the mustard sauce.
Yeah.
It was so good.
So their honey, it wasn't even really a honey mustard.
Like a South Carolina mustard barbecue sauce. I'm not sure what they called it.
But next time I go back there and I have to eat at Wicked Weed, I'm going to get their chicken tenders and I'm going to eat their mustard sauce because that was really, really good.
Well, don't want to be too rough on them. We're going to try to give them a second chance at their home location. But this one, we probably won't go back to this specific location.
Probably won't go back, but in all honesty, if we go back to, when we do go back to Cherokee and to Caesars, we have other restaurants there that we like to eat at a lot more that aren't barbecue related. And there's a lot of good stuff there to do and eat, so chances are we probably won't go back. We won't get a chance to have those chicken tenders and mustard probably unless we're staying there for like a week or something. But we did have a fun time gambling. She hit a jackpot on the first spin that she did, and stayed on the machine, and then did a third spin, or did her backup spins and hit another jackpot on the third spin on that machine. We
will include those videos, and because we always show our slot machines because we've gotten a lot of feedback people like to watch when we do our gambling.
Yeah, we have had some excitement on the trip. There was some cool gambling. There's actually a spoiler alert. We had two machines going at one time. We got both machines in the jackpot at one time, and they stayed pretty deep into the bonus level jackpot, whatever you want to call it, for a while. So that was actually kind of fun, and we got some really good video footage of that, and two machines going crazy at the same time. And I've heard you can't record in Cherokee while you're there, but nobody said anything to us, so we rolled with it.
I don't sit there and record the whole time. I usually catch the excitement because a lot of
just
people
when we hit the bonus or hit a jackpot or something like that, she'll record.
So one thing I forgot to ask in the last video is, of course, we were talking about our little piggies getting pigged because we are Jeep people and we're going to start pigging people at barbecue joints. But this little guy needs a name.
Yeah.
What do we want to call him? And Piggy's out of the question. We can't call him Piggy. Let's be creative. Give me something good. And see if you see him floating around, or she, or little piglets. And that's about all we got for you guys.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Bye.